May I come in, sir?
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Thank you, sir.
तो मनु गर्ग हैं आप?
Yes, sir.
आवाज़ क्लियर आ रही है?
हाँ, sir.
अच्छा, तो आप जयपुर से हैं?
Yes, sir.
हिंदी में बात करेंगे?
नहीं सर, इंग्लिश में.
ओके. नाउ टेल मी, सपोज टू अ फॉरेनर यू हैव टू सेल जयपुर. टेल मी दैट, जस्ट try to explain to him that why he should come and visit Jaipur.
Yes, sir. So Jaipur is famous for its culture. It is also famous for its forts. For example, the Nargad Fort, the Amer Fort. So Jaipur is also one of the only cities which is tagged with the UNESCO World Heritage Sites. It is called the Pink City. Sir, it also has many other tourist destinations. For example, the City Palace, where one can also see the heritage folding in front of themselves. So there are also monuments like the Hawa Mahal and Jal Mahal, which are great tourist destinations.
Okay. Today is a 20th January and you have taken PSIR as a subject. So what is an event which is happening today at the world stage?
Sir, today is the oath-taking ceremony of President of USA, Mr. Donald Trump.
While campaigning, he made a statement, that key word was MAGA, M-A-G-A. So what was it?
Sir, it stands for Make America Great Again.
So how he wants to make America great again?
Sir, he has various schemes in plan. Firstly, he wants to deport the illegal immigrants out of America. So secondly, he wants to impose tariffs on other nations so that the trade surplus that other countries enjoy when they are trading with USA, that is declining.
Yeah, but like he has many other things also. So coming to tariffs, so what are his plans? So where he wants to impose tariffs?
Sir, he proposes to impose tariff on all the countries where the trade is not in favor of USA. Sir, he also proposed to impose tariff on the BRICS countries if they continue with their plans of BRICS currency.
So it's coming to India, America. So in whose favor the trade is there?
Sir, it is in the favor of India.
So what is it? How is threatening India on the trade front?
Yes, so mostly his reaction has been positive, but he has called India as the tariff king of the world, and he has asked to impose tariffs on India if the trade is not cut down, the trade surplus is not cut down.
Okay, what about H1B visa?
Sir,
what is his view?
Sir, it also remains a bone of contention between the two countries. Similar views was also expressed by Elon Musk, his advisor, that H1B visa should be scrapped.
Totally scrapped?
Sir, he's only promoting the skilled Indians to come to America.
No, even now in the present scenario also H1B visa is meant for skilled Indians only. But if you totally scrap, then the US industry will take a big hit.
Yes.
So how will he try to balance these two things?
So the plan that he proposes is to only allow a few skilled Indians, and as per reports there is a list of 18 lakh Indians whom he wishes to deport back.
Okay, you have also mentioned that you write articles on geopolitics in India.
Yes, sir.
So what has been your latest article?
So recently I wrote an article on the Taliban control over Afghanistan and the spillovers that it could have on India.
So tell me a little bit more about it. So what was your conclusion?
Sir, in the conclusion I mentioned that the recent visit of our foreign secretary with the Talibanese foreign minister can have fruitful results for the partnership. Also the continuation of Indian projects and positive signals by the Talibani government is a good step for India.
Okay, so tell me, you studied political science in JNU, also international relations. So what is the problem that so much politics is there in JNU?
Sir, I would take it as a positive thing because student politics in any university campus is good. However, there are certain fringe elements who should be controlled.
Okay, please.
Manu,
Yes.
the Rajasthan, in Rajasthan, there were so many districts, increased the districts, then reduced the district. Is it for economic reasons or political reasons?
So the
You
recent,
know the case.
Yes, sir. So the recent decision to reduce the number of districts from 50 to 41 was, according to me, due to the administrative ease, because too many districts was difficult to manage. Sir, I think Rajasthan is following the Tamil Nadu way, where only a few districts with proper management can lead to better administrative outcomes.
Now the administration is better after reducing the number of districts.
So the
How it helps how, let's say, economic development of socio-economic development of Jaipur, if it is greater Jaipur or smaller Jaipur, how it helps? What is the best way?
Sir, the Jaipur Grameen district is merged now with the Jaipur urban area. Sir, it would help because previously there was fragmentation of administration and duplication of efforts. So this can be reduced, as there can be a single command structure which could improve the delivery of schemes and the dispensation of administration.
Okay, let me ask you, you were talking about Taliban. There is a threat, I feel, the Taliban can take over Pakistan and India has to deal with Pakistan and Afghanistan under the Taliban regime. Do you think such a threat is there?
No, sir, I don't think such threat coming in the near future, because Pakistani military is quite strong when it comes compared to the Taliban military. So at the same time, these both countries will not work in tandem also, because they have contestations within themselves about the Durand line and the issue of Greater Pashtunistan.
Okay. Let us talk about J.S. Mill and John Rawls. Whose political philosophy, any principle which inspires you to be a better civil servant, and what is that principle?
Sir, for John Rawls, I think the theory of justice and the veil of ignorance that he mentioned is a good step to dispense justice without looking at the race, religion, caste or place of birth of any individual.
Now, people say caste census is a good idea. I feel that Human Development Index census is a better idea, so that we know exactly what, without a caste and bringing in back to caste system, we are going to a progressive step, Human Development Index, like Dr. Amartya Sen and all talking about. Why don't we do that?
Sir, I also am advocating the same idea which you mentioned, and the multidimensional poverty index of Niti Aayog is a little step in that direction.
Okay, very good. FRBM Act, why it is required and why we should control the deficit. US is not controlling its deficit to the extent we are doing. Why, if US is progressive, the strongest economy, why can't we also have more deficit than FRBM Act prescribes?
So the recent debates about the US debt shows that there are certain issues if the debt is increased beyond a particular ceiling. So therefore, India's ceiling in the FRBM Act, according to me, is quite appropriate, because if there is too much debt, then the future generation would suffer, as most of the finance and revenues would go in the debt financing.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Mr. Garg,
Yes.
what is this INDC commitments?
So the INDC commitments are after the Paris Climate Accord, where countries found out that voluntary targets would be better for ensuring that there is some steps taken towards climate change.
So what does INDC stand for?
Sir, it is intended nationally determined contributions.
So any figures have been fixed by the government as far as INDC is concerned?
So the Indian government has fixed certain INDCs. However, after every 5 years,
No,
there is
like what?
Sir, we have targeted that our non-renewable energy would be 50%, Also, we have to establish the carbon sink of 1 billion tons. So there is also INDC that we have to reach for the net zero targets till 2070.
So you said you have done some paper or study on water crisis in Jaipur.
Yes, sir.
What do you know about water crisis as a whole in the country? Is there a water crisis?
Yes, sir. So as per the Composite Water Management Index of Niti Aayog, about 600 million Indians are facing severe water depression and water crisis.
So what is the remedy?
So there are steps to be taken at multiple levels. Firstly, the government is trying to link rivers, for example, the Ken-Betwa river linking project, to supply water from water surplus to water deficit areas. So secondly, there is also a requirement of replenishing the underground water, which is done by the Jal Jeevan mission of the government. So thirdly, to supply piped water to each household, which is a government step under the Ministry of Jal Shakti, is also a good step. Sir, as another step, I would like to mention that there should be forestation and less focus should be on concretization of urban areas, so that water could seep in and can replenish our aquifers.
Plenty of water of the rivers gets into the sea and becomes saline. Is there any alternative to that? All the water of the rivers go into the sea. It's a good water management.
So we could go for building dams in the coastal areas, but I think it should be done with a scientific approach so that the course of the river is not disrupted.
Okay. What is this Jatayu and all about happiness?
So these were two societies in my college, Hindu college, where I was tasked with certain work which was based upon humanitarian
What is
activity.
the idea of calling Jatayu?
Sir, it was based upon animal welfare. It is taken from the mythological character of vulture of Jatayu.
Is there rule of law in Pakistan?
So currently it would be difficult to mention because it is a complex
No, why difficult? Say whether it is there or it is not there and support your answer. Simple. Why difficult?
Sir,
What are the criterion for rule of law?
The rule of law consists of fair trials and the equality before law, that all people would be treated.
Is there equality before law of all citizens in Pakistan?
Sir, I think it's not there.
It is not there. So then rule of law is there or not there?
Sir, in Pakistan it's not there.
And why? Reason?
Sir, I think the trial of the former Prime Minister Imran Khan proves that it is based upon the army dictates.
Simple. They follow Sharia law. What does Sharia law say?
Sir, it is based upon the Islamic law.
Huh?
It is based upon Islamic law.
So,
Mr. Manu,
Yes.
this Republic Day is going to be a very special one. Why it is so?
Sir, it is after the 75 years of enacting of our constitution, that's why.
Do you think reservation was there right in the beginning itself in the constitution when the Constituent Assembly has drafted it?
Sorry, sir, I'm not sure about the Constituent Assembly debates. However, since we have enacted our constitution, reservation policy is there.
The point is that we adapted this constitution, say on 26 January or somewhere in November previous year, something like that, is it not?
Yes, sir.
So at that point of time, whether policy of reservation was there or not?
Sorry, sir, I will have to look into it. I will have to look into the matter.
Okay. Who is our chief guest for the Republic Day?
Sir, it is the President of Indonesia, Mr. Prabowo.
President of
Indonesia.
Any significance of our selecting him as our chief guest?
Yes, sir. So there are multiple factors. So firstly, Indonesia has recently joined BRICS, which increases India-Indonesia cooperation. So secondly, Indonesia is also trying to have a deal with India regarding the BrahMos missile system. And so thirdly, India-Indonesia being located in the Indo-Pacific, so their importance also increases.
Very good. Outgoing President, Mr. Biden, he had spoken about a term called oligarchy.
Yes.
In what reference he had spoken about that?
So President Biden in his parting address said that America would be suffering for oligarchy because the recent election of President-elect Donald Trump, along with the support of capitalists like Elon Musk, suggests that there would be an oligarchy formation where the US government would be working.
Do you think any political party can do without the support of industrialists or people who have got a lot of money? Because money is required.
Yes. So money is required, but such open expression of money, for example, Elon Musk being so much deeply involved in US elections, was a cause of concern as per President Biden.
Did he refer specifically to something as a symptom of oligarchy coming?
Sir, I am not sure.
Okay, what about India? How do you rate India in that term of oligarchy?
Sir, I believe India is a vibrant democracy with pluralist character. There are views heard from all over India, from all the sections, including the capitalist.
So we are not a oligarchy.
No, sir.
Okay, very good. US President has some views on the coming US President has some views on TikTok.
Yes, sir.
What are those?
Sir, he wants to make 50% ownership of TikTok with some American company, and he has also revived the TikTok which was not in use.
What was the ground on which they had banned it?
So the ground was sharing
Is
of
it the ownership was the issue or some other issue was there?
So sharing of private data of Americans to the Chinese firms and its probable misuse was the criteria. However, they are proposing that if TikTok comes to American ownership, then they can permit it into American markets.
So then they will not stop this American data going there?
Sir, if I'm,
Have they talked about it or not?
no, sir, I'm not sure.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Manu. Who was Manu?
Sir, Manu is said to be, mythologically, he was the son of Lord Brahma, who prevented pralaya from happening by preserving all the species. Sir, historically, Saint Manu was the codifier of Hindu law, who codified Hindu law in the book called Manusmriti.
That's great. What is right for you?
Sir, right as per me is following the constitutional principles and constitutional morality, and where there is justice available to everyone.
What is constitutional morality?
So constitutional morality is an evolving concept where we are focusing upon the spirit of the laws mentioned in the constitution and not merely the letter.
And what is constitutionalism?
So constitutionalism is a phenomena where the people are accepting the constitution and where there is a wider acceptance for the constitution principles and constitution laws.
Are we following both the constitutionalism and constitutional morality in India?
Yes, sir, we are following both.
And what about North Korea?
Sir, North Korea is a single party led dictatorship of the Kim Jong-un government. So I won't agree that there is any form of constitution or constitutional morality there.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we are talking about the rights right now. So for an individual and a society, basic right is important or natural right is important?
Sir, I think both hold
I'm sorry,
significance.
a civil right or the natural right?
Sir, in that case also, I think both are equally important.
If you have to choose one, which one is more important for an individual or for the society? Is it civil right or it is natural right?
Sir, for an individual, I would say natural rights.
Natural right. So natural right will not give you the arbitrary rights, arbitrary powers. You can do anything. You won't have any kind of a check because this right you inherit from the nature itself.
But sir, as per John Locke, there are certain rights which could be categorized as natural rights. For example, life, liberty and property. So these can be given as natural rights with reasonable restrictions.
Reasonable restrictions. Okay. So how you will differentiate the fundamental rights?
From natural rights. So the fundamental rights given in part 3 are accompanied with the reasonable restrictions which were started after the First Amendment Act.
What are the reasonable restrictions of Article 19, subclause 1?
Yes, sir. So the right to freedom of speech and expressions come with restrictions like public morality, indecency, or which the speech that can affect our relations with foreign relations, and also hate speech.
Where these restrictions are mentioned in the Constitution?
So it is mentioned in Article 19, Clause 2.
19 clause, so that's fine. Okay, can you tell me one more thing? Supreme Court judges are removed or impeached?
Sir, I think the particular terminology of impeachment is only used for the president.
President. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Over to you, sir.
Okay, Manu. Firstly, about little bit, rest is okay, the way you have dressed up and all. So your tie can be little tighter, take the knot up, so looks little better. And the shirt is little loose. I mean, if you can have it, but otherwise it will also go, but it looks little loose. So एक size शायद बड़ा है, तो थोड़ा वो देख लीजिएगा. बाकी your interview is on 27th January.
Yes, sir.
So that will be immediately after the Republic Day. So firstly, like Indonesian president is going to be the chief guest. So Indonesia relations, so थोड़ी सी Indonesia के बारे में the things can come up. Then again on the Constitution, Republic Day, all these things are very, very probable questions. Then again on Trump and USA, so some answers were good, but I mean there can be about H1B policy. So you said that he wants to totally do away with it. So that was, I don't think that was so. Then you made a big blunder on commitments, our commitments in Panch Amrit. So you said non-renewable. The target is for the renewable energy, not for the non-renewable.
Yes.
So they have to be very clearly specified and should normally start with net zero target by 2070. So that is the main target, and other things are flowing out of it. So otherwise, you have written a lot of things in your DAF, extracurricular hobbies, but you are reasonably well prepared. Otherwise, your voice is there, speech is good. There are very, very big positives. So whatever you want to say, it comes out very clearly. So all the best. I mean, my colleagues would like to add.
Manu, I have nothing more to say except one thing. Sometimes you can pause a little bit, because sir was asking you about democracy in Pakistan, rule of law. You could say that after thinking, say straight instead of carrying for some time. Such, because you are good, you are very good. You can think and answer to the point. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
See, one mistake which you made was talking about the H1B visa policy. Although Mr. Trump does have certain views on H1B visa, but it is Mr. Elon Musk. You said Elon Musk is supporting abolition of H1 visa. No,
No,
it
sir.
is just the opposite.
Yes.
Mr. Elon Musk is saying that they need H1B visa and highly skilled people, otherwise the American industry will collapse.
जी, तो मनु, आपने दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी में भी पढ़ा और JNU में भी पढ़ा.
Yes.
तो दोनों के फ्लेवर में फ़र्क है, इन्वायरमेंट में फ़र्क है, एम्बियंस अलग है कि नहीं. तो उस पर 2-4 सेंटेंस आपके याद रहने चाहिए. और फेयर क्रिटिसिज्म है, नॉट अनफेयर क्रिटिसिज्म, पर दोनों के बारे में थोड़ा सा जानकारी रखिएगा. ठीक है, इतना ही मेरे साथ है. थैंक यू.
Thank you, sir.
Simply my suggestion, I do agree with my senior panelists कि आप थोड़ा सा एक पॉज लें आंसर्स करने से पहले, क्योंकि कुछ फैक्चुअल एरर्स भी आए हैं एंड थोड़ा सा आपको ओपिनियन और बिल्ड करने में भी अच्छा लगा. अदरवाइज यू आर स्ट्रेट, यू आर गुड टू द पॉइंट एंड रीजनेबली फेयर कैंडिडेट. ठीक है, सो ऑल द बेस्ट फ्रॉम माय साइड.
बेसिकली थोड़े से फैक्चुअल एरर्स को अवॉइड करना है. अगर थोड़ा सा अनश्योर हो तो जैसे आपको पंचामृत के बारे में था, बट यू वर स्पीकिंग सो फास्ट कि यू जम्बल्ड अप द थिंग्स, सो यू कुड हैव बीन लिटिल स्लोअर.
Yes.
तो वो थोड़ा सा फैक्चुअली थोड़ा सा आपको देखना है.
पेस को लोअर करो.
पेस को थोड़ा सा.
Yes.
बट अदरवाइज यूर अ हाई पोटेंशियल कैंडिडेट. क्लैरिटी है, वॉइस में क्लैरिटी है, नॉलेज बेस काफ़ी वाइड है. तो ऑल द बेस्ट.
एंड एज वाइज यू आर वेरी वेल प्लेस्ड
Yeah,
here.
yeah, very well
2001
या
बहुत बढ़िया है.
चलिए, गॉड ब्लेस यू.
Thank you, sir.
All the
well,
best.
yeah.
All the
Thank you.
best.
चलिए, वेरी नाइस.
You want your उनको बुलाना पड़ेगा.